I refuse to play Malphite
Okay.
because I want to try and make money. Um, but Malphite is obviously stronger here, so if I wanted to try and win the first round, I definitely want to use Malphite, but I'm still pretty happy with not using Malphite. And although it's a greedy first play, it lets me buy units that I'll use later. Already, I've basically committed to Brawler Blaster. It's a little bit harder in this galaxy because with each galaxy, there's subtleties to how you have to play. For example, with this galaxy, you start with a 4 cost, so you start with a very strong unit, which can usually carry, or can give you synergies early. So I started with Jinx, which gives you the Rebel Blaster synergies. So I really want to go into Brawler Blaster, especially because usually Brawler Blaster is pretty uncontested, especially in Lilac lobbies or lobbies that you start with a 4 cost, because everyone picks a 4 cost, and most people who pick 4 costs just use those 4 costs as carries, and there's no overlap for rebels who are 4 cost or blasters who are 4 cost. So if you get a Jinx in the Lilac Galaxy, you can usually go Brawler Blaster uncontested.
A few moments later.
I get the BF sword so that I can slam Giant Slayer, which I just did there. And my hope isn't to streak yet, because I'm still econing.
Econing, econing.
Econing.
So I have about 20 gold. Well, I'll have 20 gold by the end of this round. And if you hit 20 gold at 2-2, you're in a pretty good place because that means by Krugs, which is the first minion round after Carousel, you'll have around 40 gold if you don't spend any. And you only have to tank for 2 rounds, so you probably won't be below 70 by the time you get out of Krugs, but you'll have 40 gold. So if you think about money and your health as resources, it balances how much health you have to give up in order to get a very, very good amount of gold. Because theoretically, if you have 40 gold by Krugs, you can spend a lot of your money after Krugs, which gives you a leg up on other people who are trying to conserve their economy. You can see I have 34 gold, but I will have 40 gold by next round because lost streaks and econ continue over minion rounds. So you actually never want to use your gold on minion rounds because it's a free win most of the time. I really want to get to 50 gold before I spend and look for a win streak, but you could see I just slammed my items. My Jinx is the strongest she's been the entire game, and my hope is that she starts to pop off because I gave her 3 items, all of which are good items on her, right? So if she starts to pop off, then I know that I can all in safely because I have a carry, and it's easier to all in when you know that your carry can do what they're supposed to do, because then your money doesn't go to waste. Because even if, your hope is that you win after you all in, or after you spend gold at least. So here I spend gold to put in another brawler. It's unfortunate because I don't have 4 brawlers, and theoretically I can roll for Cho'Gath here, but instead I just decide to play this out. In another game, the correct move might be to try and grab another brawler. I actually do roll a bit, but I get a Sona, and Sona's a good replacement for Ziggs, because Ziggs doesn't really do anything, but Sona can be a support character, and really you just want to feed everything to your carry right now, because this is early. It's still kind of early game. It's early mid game, so right now you want to start streaking. You want to start spending that gold that you had saved up, so that if you are contested, you get a head start, and if you're not contested, you can win streak and make more money quickly. Plus, every time you win, you don't have to spend health as a resource, which is really good because in the later part of the game, you want to have that health because it'll help you to outlast opponents who might be stronger than you. This is a very interesting game because I actually end up getting second because I'm able to save up my health, And I do that by exchanging my economy to make sure that my health stabilizes sooner. So the comp that I have right now is very stable because I got items that I wanted. If I didn't get items that I needed and I couldn't stack my Jinx, this game is completely different. But because I was able to stack my Jinx early, I was able to win streak early. You can see I'm on a 3-game win streak. My health is still at 80, which is the same health that I had once Krugs ended. And I'm back to the gold that I had, which is about 40 gold. So I go on a win streak here for I think it's like seven matches, which is really good for me because you can tell I still haven't lost any more health than I had at Krugs because I was able to win streak here. So I'm in a pretty good spot right now. The thing I have to look out for are the people who are also econing right now. So if I scouted and I looked for people who are econing right now, it's probably my best bet to see who I need to beat and how I need to beat them, so how I should start positioning as well as what I should start building. That roll I do hit, and that's a really big hit because now I have 4 Brawler and I can slam Thieves' Gloves. So that's a really big hit, and that actually allows me to win. So I don't mind that I lost. I had 40 gold, right? But I rolled down, bought a Cho'Gath, and bought a Jinx too. And so I'm at about 30 gold. But I don't really mind that because I win this really hard. I'm on a 6-game win streak, and my health is still at 80. So I'm still far ahead of other people. Plus, with the Brawler Blaster comp, you really want to spike around here since you're not going to get much stronger until you get Misfortune, which doesn't happen until late, until you're level 8 or 9. And I'm not going to get 8 anytime soon because I have to econ and I have to roll a bit for Cho'Gath too. So my money and I'm stable right now, right? I'm stable probably for another 2-3 rounds, maybe until the next minion round. So I just used 20 gold to roll, and I didn't hit an MF. So I'm in a really bad spot right now, and I have a Jinx too. I'm in a very bad spot. Very bad spot.
Very bad spot.
I don't end up winning this. A huge loss.
Very bad spot.
Very bad spot. Because I used my gold to try and level up, and now I lost all my gold.
Bye bye,
So
Econ.
leveling there is not the best move. Instead, I buy an Aurelia and I go for Cybernetic since it seems that Cybernetic is my best option here and I'm not getting the rolls that I needed. But I kept in Chrono and I kept in the Cho'Gath, so I still have 4 Brawlers. But I only have 2 Blasters now, so it's a little bit different. But now I'm on a loss streak, and it's nearly impossible for me to get to 9 because I used all my gold.
No economy!
I really want a Misfortune, but I'm just not rolling it. If I do get the Misfortune, I look for a Kale, and I put the items from Aurelia onto the Misfortune. That being said, Aurelia with Cybernetic 3 is still very strong, and since I got her, I take her. You know, there's no reason to deny going Cybernetic 3 in place of 4 Blaster if you don't really have items for your Blasters, and if your Blasters aren't carrying you. My main carries are Aurelia, Cho'Gath, and Jinx, so I don't really have to mind too much about 4 Blasters, seeing as how I have 2 carries. What I would argue is actually 3 carries, since the Cho'Gath and Lucian do a decent amount of damage because of the other buffs that I have from the other characters. Basically, both people that I fight can beat me, so on paper I should get third, but I just outlive the person who's stronger than me because I have more health, and I fight him, and then he has to fight the clone of the strongest person in the lobby, so That plus my positioning, and because of the comp that I'm going, which has a lot of health and from the brawlers, and trap claw, which slows down the rate of dying, I'm able to, even though I lose to this guy and he should get second, I'm able to pull out a second because I have this extra health. So now I got down to 2 health. I'm lower than the other person I'm playing against. So I should be third because I'm the weakest in the lobby, but I had this extra health, and I position, and through this positioning, I'm able to win, or at least outlast someone whose character and teams are stronger than mine. So there are multiple ways that you can place in top 3, and some of it is positioning. Some of it really just comes down to, not greeting and playing early game a little bit more aggressively. Here, I did a good job of spiking early. I didn't do such a good job in the late game, and I certainly didn't take the right items, but I got lucky because he lost before I did by a few seconds, and because he was playing against a ghost, he lost immediately, whereas I had some time before I lost. That's all I got for now. Please like, comment, and subscribe to see more TFT videos and to see more gaming videos. What did you like? What did you hate? Let me know in the comments.
Okay.